Give us the latest on NBA free agency. That begins in just about 10 hours. And, of course, plenty of football to go over with this crew right here. Adam Schefter, Jeff Saturday, Sam Acho, ready and raring to go. So let's get right to it. And we begin with the Dallas Cowboys, who Thursday night will kick off their preseason against the Steelers in the Hall of Fame game. Now, the Cowboys have plenty of question marks, including whether Zeke Elliott can bounce back. Now, head coach Mike McCarthy said last week that it's, quote, not necessary for Zeke to run the ball 25, 30 times a game. Elliott posted a career low in rushing yards in 2020. But the big question right now, Dak Prescott. He remains out with a shoulder strain. He pulled himself from last Wednesday's practice after feeling soreness in his throwing shoulder, and he spoke to Ed Werder this weekend about it.
Where are you in recovering from this injury that you suffered?
Yeah, I'm just getting better, doing everything I need to. Obviously taking all the precautions, getting all the treatments I am, just working my way back out here, but being smart with it.
Saying all the right things, but Cowboy fans probably on pins and needles wondering what's coming next. Let's bring in our guys, Adam Schefter, Sam Acho, and Jeff Saturday. Adam, I'll start with you. What's the latest on Dak?
Well, Ryan, this isn't like Carson Wentz and the Colts, where Carson Wentz is going to be out indefinitely and we're waiting to get further clarity here. This is a muscle, and this is rest for Dak. But I think the most interesting part came over the weekend when Tim Hasselbeck, a former NFL quarterback himself, said he was worried about this particular injury because it's the kind of thing that lingers all year long. Is Dak going to miss time with this injury? No, he's not. Is his arm going to be sore? And is it going to be challenging for him at times to throw through things? Yes, he will. And so that becomes an issue because of all the work that he did in the offseason to come back from the leg and the ankle, that obviously he might not have thrown as much as he ordinarily was used to doing. And so what he's feeling right now may be something that he has to deal with for a good part of the year. It's not going to sideline him. He's not going to miss time, but it's still a quarterback. It's still a shoulder. It's still a muscle. It's still uncomfortable. And I think from that standpoint, you're not panicking, but it is concerning.
And we know, as go Dak Prescott, so go these Cowboys. They were 4-7 with him out. That's how they finished up last year. Now, Jeff Saturday, I start with you. We talked to you and Sam Acho before the show, and in our meeting, your concern level wasn't huge, but when does this injury become a bigger concern for the Cowboys, for you?
If it happens again. And I think Adam brought up a great point, right? Is he probably wasn't working on his arm nearly as much in the offseason. He gets excited. He comes back out. He's probably throwing pre-practice, post-practice. He's working with his guys, trying to develop that chemistry and get things kind of back. Show everybody, hey, man, here I am. And then all of a sudden you get this muscle pull, little bit of soreness. I don't have an issue, but the big thing for me is McCarthy, the head coach, has to manage this with Dak, right? Like, let's make sure we take care of this right now and be honest about it right now. Don't give me the great answer. Let's hold out so we don't have to reface this thing in a week or two. That's the last thing we want, is what Hasselbeck said, this thing lingering.
Sam, what do you think? When does this become a bigger issue?
Yeah, and let's not forget, before we even get to this becoming a bigger issue, the Cowboys are playing in the Hall of Fame game. So they started a week before everyone else. They have a game on Thursday.
Right.
I hope that Dak doesn't practice this week in all reality. Now, if
that's right.
Let him get something on Wednesday, right? Let him get a couple throws in. I have no concerns with this injury at all, right? People oftentimes get injured and they try to rush back and then it lingers all season. But you have an extra preseason game. Dak needs to rest this week, come back after the game, start throwing again. Let him take his time, because if you don't, then you'll see, like Tim Hasselbeck said, it's going to linger all season long. There is no reason for this injury to linger. They have an extra preseason game, which Dak does not need to play in, and let him take his time and get all the way healthy so he can be healthy for the regular season.
Preach.
You know what? Nothing wrong with that. Play it safe, right? Now, guys, one guy who never plays it safe, Jerry Jones, but he made some interesting comments this weekend as he looked ahead to the Cowboys' opening season matchup against the Bucs. Take a listen to this.
We're going to have a lot of prayer so that we can get the courage to show up. Let me tell you this. World champion, Tom Brady, Tampa, great atmosphere. What a better opportunity to step up there and be David against Goliath.
David against Goliath. Go,
yes,
Jared.
Sir.
All right. All right. Hey, what do you guys, I got to get to you guys on this one. Jeff, I'll start with you. Do you give the Cowboys a shot on opening night? And what do you think about Jerry's comments?
I do give him a shot, and I love Jerry. Like you said, this isn't Jerry. This is Jarrett. Oh, Jarrett down there, he's trying to get his guys right. Got to get him excited, Like, give him a little gas in the tank. And here's his best thing. Like, it's a win-win for him. Hey, guys, if we don't play well, we were playing Goliath. We weren't meant to win. If we upset him, we're David. Hey, rest of the league, you're on notice. Look how good we are. So, listen, Jerry could spin anything in a beautiful way. You saw everybody's laughing at his comments, man. He couldn't be a better guy to open this thing up with that type of comment. I absolutely love it. I don't think it plays in any way in the locker room. This is just all in fun.
Yo, Jeff, check this out. And you negotiated with Jerry as well. So I've been in negotiations, both Jeff and I, with Jerry Jones. Last year, really 2019, negotiating collective bargaining agreement, concussion, etc. Jerry Jones tried to convince us that he had more concussions in his high school football career than us as NFL players. Mind you, I don't know if Jerry Jones actually played football in high school. He may not have played, but he's sitting there telling us these grand stories of me back in my day and back when I was playing, we didn't have helmets. I'm like, Jerry. So I love the David versus Goliath story. The only piece I will add is that in David versus Goliath, David actually won. And so I don't see the Cowboys beating Tampa Bay, but I love the grandeur. I love the storytelling. That's one thing that Jerry Jones does have. He knows how to build up a story and try and set a storyline. But as you see, Tampa Bay is coming back with Tom Brady, with Antonio Brown, with Chris Godwin, with Mike Evans, with Leonard Fournette. The list goes on and on and on and on. All 22 of their starters are returning, and Tom Brady will only get better the second year in this very complicated offense.
And Adam, maybe it's the genius of Jerry Jones trying to take the pressure off his team, and if they win, hey, look, they're heroes.
Well, Ryan, as you say this, I'm thinking to myself, when in the history of the NFL have we talked about Dallas going into mighty Tampa to be underdogs against the Bucks? This may be the first time it's ever happened. But hey, if Jerry wants to sell it that way, Jerry will sell it that way, that they're massive underdogs. No one's giving them a shot. I don't even know that anybody's begun to assess that game, and Jerry's got everybody giving Dallas no shot at all to win. So he's just playing into it. He's firing up his team. And look, that's the beauty of every year. The year starts, and you think that certain teams don't have chances, and they wind up playing well. And teams that you think will play well don't. Who knows what's going to happen on opening night? But Jerry's already having the public right off the Cowboys.
I love it. And he's already the talk of the NFL. Typical Jerry Jones. All right, so let's run the hurry up with some news and notes from Adam Schefter. Adam, you take us off.
Yeah, let's start on the hurry up right here with Nick Chubb, who got a new deal this past weekend, 3 years, $36.6 million, $20 million guaranteed. Look, he opted for a shorter extension, which is probably wise. He can redo the deal at age 28 or get extended again when he's a free agent at the age of 29. Good move for Nick Chubb and a good move for the Browns, locking up one of the great young players in the game. A player who saw that contract who'd like to get his own is Xavier Howard, who is back out there. This is an issue that isn't going to be going away anytime soon. He's back practicing despite the fact that he wants a new deal or he wants a trade. And he's going to continue to be an issue for the Dolphins as long as he doesn't have one. The problem is he's got 4 years left on